Did you know halfway through the year, EA added a brand new offense to Madden 25? And I think they screwed up because it's insanely overpowered, and today I'm going to show you exactly how to run it. Now, if you like videos like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell for when we drop new videos. Now let's dive in. All right, so today I'm going to give you a mini scheme from the brand new and absolutely broken bunch spread nasty formation in the Minnesota Vikings offensive playbook. And I'm not stopping there. After I break it all down, I'm going to take this scheme into an online head-to-head game so you can see just how overpowered it really is. Now, if you're serious about leveling up your game, the full scheme, packed with even more unstoppable setups and one-play touchdowns, is live right now on WinMadden.com. And with that, let's get into the first play. And the first play we're going to take a look at is one of the most unique and unstoppable plays in Madden 25. This is the play Motion Mesh Swing. Now, with the play Motion Mesh Swing, we've got a really unique looking play. But one thing I need to tell you just before we get into the full scheme here is we're always going to run this formation with our bunch to the wide side of the field. So you can see the ball's on a hash mark here, and our bunch, which are these three guys right here, are wide sides. Very important. It's going to open the spacing, make things a little bit easier for us. So here's the play, right? This is a universal beater for us, meaning we can kind of use this against any defense depending on what our opponent's running. And our setup is also really simple. We're going to go ahead and put our solo receiver, which is X, Justin Jefferson here, on a post route. And then following that, we're going to put our inside bunch receiver, Jordan Addison, on a streak. And this is what our setup is going to look like, which looks a little funky. Now, what you're going to see here is I'm going to start by showing you a bomb out of it. So if your opponent is ever in a cover 2 defense, they are going to get bombed for a one-play score by our RB receiver. So I'm just going to go ahead and snap it. And this is optional whether you want to keep that running back swing route or not. But you're going to see this is just going to be a free one-play touchdown against cover 2 every single time. And that is incredibly easy and incredibly wide open. Now, if your opponent's in some type of other zone, let's just say they're in a cover 3, for example, still no big deal. You're going to have a lot of different options all over the field. Now, first and foremost, again, you can cancel the running back's little motion if you want. You can put them on a flat route, a lot of different things that you can do with them. But really, your first read always is going to be the drag route to be. If it's there, just take it, get up the field. You can see simple drag route, and it's going to get you 10, 15 yards a lot of times. Now, what's going to happen when you start hitting that repeatedly is your opponent's going to start, shading down or running some type of defense where they're playing underneath coverage. Now, again, same setup. You also are going to have this deep post route to Justin Jefferson down the field. So if I go ahead and snap this here, our route combo works really well together because you're going to have both that streak route and that deep fade route pushing the deep thirds, the deep quarters, the deep halves down the field, clearing the space for that post route underneath. And next, we're going to take a look at the play Orbit Smash Whip as one of the best cover 3 bombs in Madden 25. All right, now this play is one of the easiest cover 3 bombs in the game, and it looks very similar to double post out of bunch offset. But what we're going to do is, again, make sure you're running this with a bunch to the wide side of the field, but we're going to go ahead and put our solo receiver, which is X, Justin Jefferson, on a corner route. We're going to streak RB, and then we're going to do one of many different things with the A receiver. We can drag him, we can put him on an in route, we can put him on a hitch route, a lot of different things that we can do. But remember in our last play, Motion Mesh Swing, we had everything kind of flowing to the right side. Well, this play is going to have everything flowing to the left side. So again, I'm going to snap it. We're going to have that same little motion going on, and then we're just going to buy a little bit of time in the pocket, and we're going to have B for a one-play score against cover 3 zone. Now, I do want to show you kind of the read progression here because that does take a little bit of time, and you need to make sure that you have enough time to throw that. But your first read on this is always the drag route. If the drag route is there, just take it. You can see they're biting way too deep, or they're playing way too deep in zone coverage here, and this is wide open. This should be an easy read. Take this, you're going to get up the field for 10 yards. And once they start playing a little bit lower, that's when you can start hitting them over the top. But this is going to bomb a lot of different defenses. Like here's a cover 2, for example. Let's just pretend this guy plays really low and he's going to, bite down on the drag route or the in route that we might put down there. So again, we'll run the same type of setup here, but you can see this is a cover 2 zone defense, and if like their user gets a little bit tired in the middle of the field, this can also bomb a cover 2 zone right up the middle as well. So again, this is just one of the best plays in the game. It's very similar to double post at a bunch offset, and it just mixes in beautifully with everything else we're running in this scheme. And finally, we're going to look at one of the most unstoppable routes in the game out of the play Z Swirl In. And we're going to use this as a universal coverage beater. All right, so Z Swirl In just has one of the best routes in the game, and it's this inverted zig route by the B receiver. That beats man, it beats zone. Your opponent literally has to worry about it on every down, and we're gonna take advantage of that. So again, run this with the bunch to the wide side of the field, just make sure. And then what we're gonna do to set this up is we're gonna streak our solo side receiver. We're gonna drag our inside bunch receiver, which is A. We're gonna put RB, our point bunch receiver, on a post route. And then optionally, you can either put your running back on a flat route to just kind of pull out some zones there. You can also just block him, but this is really the setup. And this is honestly gonna beat everything. This setup right here is an absolute nightmare to try to guard. Now, your first read on this is the drag route. If it's there, take it. But this inverted zig is the problem. You can see we just threw a 5-yard inverted zig and we gained 15 to 20 yards on it. Really, really annoying. And everything else down the field gets open as well. Again, your first read, always the drag. If it's there, you're just gonna take it. It's, you know, easy 5-10 yards, you're gonna get up the field. Additionally, this post route is gonna find a nice little home because we've got this streak route that's gonna push any deep third, deep quarter, deep half down the field, allowing us to throw this post route to the corner. So I'll just show you that you can throw that post route here real quickly. We'll do the exact same setup here. We're gonna stand tall in the pocket. Hopefully we don't get a crazy block shed by the CPU here, but you can see easy little dot, pass lead straight down so you can hit that to the sideline. Now that's a cover 3 zone. Cover 2, cover 4, they're gonna play very similarly, but I wanna show you man also. So here's a cover 2 man defense. Very popular defense. You're gonna see this a lot online, but same exact setup, right? So man zone, it's not gonna matter out of this play. We snap the football. Again, we've got A. RB actually get a little bit bagged there. You're gonna see that that will sometimes win depending on the route running of your receiver versus their cornerback, but no matter what, that inverted zig is going to win and give your opponent absolute nightmares. As you can see, he just absolutely fries his opponent and we get really nice yardage against cover 2 man. But again, this is just one of the best universal coverage beaters in the entire game, utilizing that inverted zig route by the B receiver. And now let's take this into an online head-to-head game and show you just exactly what it can do. All right, so as we break the huddle here, we can see that I'm gonna go to our setup on a motion mesh swing. I'm thinking this could be cover 3, could be a zone of some kind, but really I'm looking for the bomb first to RB, and then I'm gonna make the read between the drag route and the post route. Now I can see the user kind of bite down on the drag, and that just leaves me the wide open throw to Justin Jefferson, and we're able to make a couple people miss, and we actually on the very first play of the game get a 1-play touchdown, giving us a 7-0 lead. So on defense, I'm going to sit in 3-4 odd in this game, and our opponent just decides that he's going to try to spread me out a lot. So he does a really good job of just kind of working the sidelines. It is difficult to guard the sidelines out of 3-4 odd, but I kind of make the conscious decision here that I'm going to really see what he has here, and then I'm going to pick my moments to go to some version of a more aggressive defense out of odd. So again, he's doing a nice job of kind of working the sidelines, slowly working down the field. Again, sideline, sideline, sideline. I'm biding my time, just waiting for the right moment. Here, he goes to a QB draw, which I thought was interesting, and then tries to immediately go to a read option. And here I'm thinking is my moment, 4th and 6, and yes, I go cover 2 hard flat. We're able to pick him off, and we actually take this to the house and go up another touchdown, so we're up early 14-0. And after the pick 6, our opponent does start to drive down the field, and here we miss an interception, and you know what that typically means. The drive continues, and oftentimes the opponent starts scoring. So here again, we get a nice hit stick, but he legitimately fakes me with the play action there. My user was completely lost. Here he tries with Saquon. One run with Saquon, another run with Saquon here. We're still holding the door with the Vikings defense. Nice little play action here again, but we're ready for it, and we even had a hard flat there, should have picked it off. He does try to go wildcat on 4th and goal, and we're able to shut that down as well. Now, on our own 1-yard line, get a little bit lucky here, not gonna lie, where we're able to complete that, and he just misses the tackle, so we pick up like 50 yards on a little flat throw to the running back. Here, we're going to one of the plays in the mini scheme. We just see the little hitch route there, so we take it. Addison fights for a few yards for us. And here, when we break the huddle, for some reason, I'm thinking cover 2. So we're going right back to our motion mesh swing setup. And sure enough, it's a cover 2 defense. Our RB receiver is wide open, and that ends the game. Now, this offense is great, and you're going to score a lot of points. But in order to become a better Madden player, you need to be able to get stops as well. So if you like this video, you should check out this video next, where I show you the top 5 most unstoppable blitzes in Madden 25.